Hi and welcome to the tutorial on your layer orientation. This tutorial is going to go into a few details about your layer manager, like adding and deleting layers, the different things you see in a layer manager, and how to control some of your layers. So first we're going to go over a few things. Like the previous tutorial talked about, this big window on top is called your main view, and this little window on the bottom is called your panner view. And on your left hand side you see a blue box. This big thing is called your layer manager. And inside your layer manager is where you keep all of your different layers that you want to see in your main view. So the first thing we're going to do is add a new layer. But before we do that, you'll notice on all of these layers you see a green box, an M, a P, and a bar. So you'll notice when we add a new layer that this green box on the layer that gets added to the layer manager is going to be a different color. When this box turns green, that means your layer is completely loaded. So notice the box when I add a new layer. See, the box is red, that means it's loading. And now it's green and it's good to go. So now we're going to go over some of the other boxes. This M stands for your main view, the P stands for the panner view, and this bar right here is your opacity bar. So we want to take off the main view of this test layer. So we want to click it to make it active, and then we can click this M, and it'll actually turn off on the main view. So you can do that on the panner view as well. You just click the P, and it disappears. To turn it back on, you just click it again, and it comes right back. The opacity bar is kind of like your alpha channel. So as you move this bar, it's going to kind of fade in and out. So you'll see as I move it to the left, it slowly turns off, and now you can see the layers behind it. One thing to note is that this test layer is on top. You can't even see your lat long grid anymore. That's because these layers are in order. So if you want to see your lat long on top, you would click the lat long box, make it active, and click and drag it to the top, and now you can see your lat long grid. So that's the same with any of your layers. The next thing we're going to do is add a map scale bar. So we're going to go to add new layer, make sure it's on home, and then if you scroll down you'll see map scale bar. You're going to click this. Because my map scale bar layer is selected and outlined in blue, I can actually click the scale bar and move it to wherever I want. But if I don't have it selected, then I can't move it around. You have a few options with different layers as well. If you double click a layer, you can see that you can change different things. So if you want to change the units, or you want to change the color, or the tick marks, or the length, you can do that as well. If you decide you added a layer that you no longer want, it's pretty easy to delete. You can either right click the layer as long as it's outlined in blue and press delete, or you can go to edit selected and delete. Well, that's it for this tutorial. Thanks for joining me.